you have a stats?
Very nice.
Nikola, I know that you guys are not satisfied with what you have accomplished thus far, but have you allowed yourself to enjoy the fact that you guys have already made history? And I know you have a big break, and so maybe you were allowed to celebrate or enjoy yourself a little bit throughout this break.
No, to be honest, when we win, the win was nice, and like about like half an hour after that, we were just okay. It's a win. It was not a. To be honest, it was not some. I thought it's gonna be much bigger feeling. To be honest, and I didn't celebrate or whatever. I was just enjoying, relaxing.
Nikola, Coach Malone always talks about how much you have changed over the last 8 years. I want to flip that question on him. How much has he changed since your rookie year?
He gave me the ball a little bit more, basketball-wise, but like this, not much. I think he still have passion. He's still into it. Still, basketball-wise, he's giving me the ball more. But like a person, I think he didn't change a lot.
Go ahead, Sean.
Nikola, as somebody who knows Jamal so well, how impressive has what he's done this year been from what he's come back from injury-wise? And is it cool to see him finally getting the national attention for as good as he has been when he's been healthy for you guys?
I mean, I think he deserves, especially because he averaged a lot. He averaged 30 points, some great percentage. I think that's really hard to do, especially on that high number of points. But not just points. I think his energy. I always say, even from the first round, his energy. He was been our best player since round one, and he's really stepping up and in that direction, like being in. Even if he doesn't make shots, this and that, but his energy is always good, and I think that's the best feeling for the guys around him. Yes, we know he can make shots, he can go for 50, but even when the things doesn't go his way, he doesn't fall down. He's still into it. He's still playing. He's still fighting, and I think that's the best thing about him right now. I mean, to be honest, you cannot control what people are gonna talk about you or not talk about you. So I'm not even gonna comment of does he deserve or not. I think he deserves, but who am I?
Nikola, Jamal yesterday was in here talking about kind of his rookie year and the early stages playing alongside you when you guys are both coming off the bench. Do you remember kind of the early stages of playing with him, and do you remember any early signs of thinking that playing alongside him was special and that you guys had a really good chemistry?
My first couple of years, I had a really good chemistry with Gary Harris. If you guys remember, that was a really good, nice two-man game that we have, and then kind of slowly build up to Jamal. But he always had that fight inside him. He always had that something that kind of he was. I don't want to say chasing something, or he always to be better, be more, he always wanted to be something, bigger than he was in that moment. And I think if I remember him, if I one thing that I remember him in my rookie year, it was that he was always hungry for more.
Nikola, we've talked about KCP bringing that championship pedigree to your team. In what ways has his big game experience sort of helped you guys navigate this run?
Mike, were you laughing? Yes, I mean he was there. He won a championship. But the best thing about KCP, he knows exactly what doing where to be, and I think that's the best. And he's doing that in first game, 70 game, playoff game, final game, whatever. But pre-game, he always do what he's supposed to do, and I think that's the best to describe of him.
Nikola over here. How has it been to have your family along for this ride, and not just the last month or so, but the last 7 years? Your brothers, your wife, back home. What are they saying? How has that been for you?
Oh, it's not 7. It's basically my whole life, except wife who is 10 years with me. but always my family, my mom and dad was always supporting my dad especially. He always thought that I can be something more, like Jamal, wanted to be something more. And then when I go to the other city, then my kind of older brother took that role, and he lived with me, and then we came to the United States. And then my brother, my Nemanja, who lived here before 7 years, I think, or 9 years. Now it's 15 years. So we get together, and it was just a nice journey. It was, to be honest, when I was coming to United States, I was happy that I'm going to be with them. You know, when you're a kid, when you're small, when you were little, you always want to be around with the big brothers, and that was. I was more happy. I was more happy to be around them than being in NBA.
Kind of on that note, Joker, over the past year plus, how have you grown and what have you learned from being a dad? And have you noticed any of those skills translating to being a better basketball player?
Nah, you know, that cannot help you. But the thing that, I mean, I knew that even before, that the basketball is not the main thing in my life, and probably never gonna be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home that is more important than basketball. I think that's maybe that I learned this. I knew that, but this is gonna prove me that I'm correct.
I think that helps you keep a level head throughout the season, not get too high, not get too low.
Yes, yes. Especially when you get bad days, good days. When you go home, it's always normal, and I think that's the best thing.
Nikola, did you grow up watching the NBA Finals? And is there a finals that you, especially your first finals memory, or one you particularly liked?
No, it was not the finals when Paglia Divas was playing, but I was young and I don't even remember. You know, so.
When you came to you just mentioned it, when you came to the States in 2015, were you coming as much for family and following your girlfriend as you were chasing the NBA dream, or what do you remember?
I mean, that time I didn't know. In that time, I never thought I'm going to be in NBA, but it seemed like it was all connected and we all get together in USA, so it was a good thing for us. You know, maybe that was a sign that it's a good thing, because my wife in that time, girlfriend, she was going in Oklahoma in college, and we were separate for like 6, 7, 8 months. I don't even remember, and it was we were young, and it was a kind of nice period, nice to get together in that age. I don't know, 20, 21. Yeah, but I never thought I'm gonna be in the NBA. So maybe that was a good sign that my family. That I didn't know that it's gonna be my wife. My girlfriend that I didn't know that's gonna be my wife. Get together and live from day one.
So you're chasing the woman, not the nugget.
Nah, I mean, I never chase nuggets, but good that I caught them.
Nikola, to follow up on what you said earlier, when I asked you about the Western Conference Final, you said it wasn't as big a celebration as you thought. Is that just because you haven't achieved what your goal is? Like, why wasn't it as big as you thought it would be?
I don't know. Oh, that's a good question. I thought we're gonna do some. I thought I'm gonna have in myself. I'm gonna have a bigger emotions. Yes, when we won the game, I was really happy. I was like, yes, nice. We made the history, this or that. But at the end of the day, next year nobody's gonna remember us, or 2 years from now. So maybe if we win in the All, maybe it's gonna be different. But we will see.
All right, we'll take a couple on Zoom.
We'll go to Srđan Radiovic, Arena Sport TV.
Bubble.
Hi, is it possible to ask in Serbian?
You okay with that?
Do you ask me if it's possible to
Yeah.
talk to Serbia?
Yeah, go ahead. Well, I'm just saying.
Pozdrav Nikola, pomenuo si Peđu i Divca i te duele Sakramenta protiv Lakersa svojevremeno. Ljudi ponovo, ljubitelji košarke ponovo u Srbiji ustaju redovno noću da prate tvoje igre i igre Denver Nuggetsa. jedno od glavnih pitanja, sada su ljudi mnogo analitičniji ovde i mnogo više prate i znaju. Jedno od glavnih pitanja, s obzirom da čekate još uvek rivala, svaki dan koji ljudi ovde pitaju kao ko je bolji matchup za Nikolu, da li je to Al Horford ili Rob Williams ili s druge strane Bam Adebayo. Pa eto, ako može u vidu neke analitike tih matchupa, neka poruka za ljubitelje košarke u Srbiji. Hvala.
Da, pa to zapomenuo sam Peđu Divca, ali ne sjećam se, stvarno nisam tad ni pratio, nisam ni igrao, ni pratio košarku, tako da se stvarno ne sjećam. What camera is supposed to look if I answer that? Okay. Ne sjećam se, stvarno ne sjećam se, malo se sjećam poteza, da kažem tih najboljih poteza, highlightsa, ali ne mogu sad i setim ni rezultata, ni koliko je bilo u seriji, tako da eto. A što se tiče finala, pa eto, iskreno kažem, nisam neki, ni baš sad da pratim nešto, nisam gledao ni petu, ni četvrtu, ni petu utakmicu, tako da kako da kažem, one koji dođu, tako ćemo se spremati. Mislim da jedni i drugi imaju da ponude svašta raznovrsno, da mogu da Boston može da preuzme 1 do 5 i da stavi visokog i malog na mene i da stavi visokog i malog na Jamala, da mogu da stvarno da se poigraju sa rotacijama i sa igrama, sa matchupima, dok Miami je s drugu stranu dosta agresivniji, dosta svaka utakmica s njima je na krvi nož, dosta guranja, dosta kontakta, tako da mislim da jedna i druga ekipa mogu da iznenade.
Next we'll go to Eva Koderman, Pop TV.
Thank you. A question in Serbian as well. Nikola, pozdrav iz Slovenije. Na Balkanu odavno znamo koliko ste dobri, ali izgleda da tek sada, posle 2 titule MVP sa NBA finalom, ceo svet je to konačno shvatio. Kako vi to doživljavate? Brojite dane do početka velikog finala i moram da vas pitam za našeg Vlatka Čančara. Ne dobija mnogo prilika u play-offu, ali je već u regularnom delu dokazao da dobro koristi prilike. Hvala.
Jeste. Eto, prvo da kažem za Vlatka, eto uvek kažem za njega da kad god je dobio priliku, uvek je iskoristio i uvek je odigrao na pravi način, tako da eto, pokazuje da može da igra ovde, da bude ovde, da igra i da napravi neku, da kažem, promenu i da ekipa igra bolje kad je on na trenu, što se ako mene te pitate je veoma bitno. I što se tiče tih stvarno MVP titula, stvarno razmišljam, možda će mi to puno više značiti kada završim karijeru, pa kad se osvrnem i pogledam te neke individualne nagrade ili bilo šta.
We'll go to Ramona Shelburne, ESPN.
Hi, Nikola.
Hello.
On Zoom, sorry. I don't know if there's a camera to look at. It's strange, huh? Yeah. So Coach Malone had said after the last game, if anybody told you they thought that you'd be the player you've turned into, they're lying to you. Felipe, your strength coach, told me at some point you guys were riding the car to the airport. He told you can be one of the best players in the league. You guys can win. When did that sink in for you? When did you realize that was in front of you? And what did you have to do to go get it?
I mean, still isn't it? I mean, but that's true. Felipe was the first guy who told me that I'm going to win MVP. It was a drive. It was a car drive to the airport, and I remember him that he was telling me, and I was laughing, of course, at him. But he's the guy who was first mentioned me that in conversation or whatever. But I never thought I'm gonna come here. But to be honest, I'm playing the same way since my days in Sombor, I think. So I didn't change and maybe I upgrade a little bit, but I didn't change my style of play since day one. So it's working. So maybe the consistency is the key.
We got 2 more for you here. We'll go to Olivia Garvey, WJLA.
Hey, Nikola. So how will you watch the game tonight? Do you guys watch it as a team, by yourself, with family? How are you guys watching Game 6?
To be honest, I didn't watch the game 5, so I don't know. I was walking with my daughter. I'm lying. I watched the first quarter. Today, right. I don't know what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna family. I think maybe somebody's gonna watch together, but I'm gonna watch with family or not.
We'll end with Simone Standry, La Gazzetta dello Sport Italy.
Yes, hi. Yesterday, Coach Malone said that the thing that I admire you the most about you is that you haven't changed a bit. And so I just wonder, how were you able, even though everything changed around you, fame, fortune, adapting to a new country, how are you able to stay so grounded?
Maybe I'm not. Maybe there's just talk around me, but you never know. I think you probably my family, my close friends, my family. You need to ask them. I think I didn't change because I still have the same friends, same family, same spots that I'm going, same things that I'm doing. So, but maybe you need to ask my friends and my family. But they're not gonna ask for you. So, I think you're. They're not. So hopefully, there is no answer probably. That's it. Thank you guys. Pleasure like always.